Hey, hello there. My name's Alex William Smith. My stage name's Jonathan Royal when I'm doing magic shows, mind therapy sessions and such like, as explained elsewhere on this, my crowd justice page that I'd like to welcome you to. As you can see from the title, I'm aiming to raise funds to enable me to go and engage the services of an expert criminal solicitor and barrister in order to be able to get my two fake Sheikh Mazher Mahmood related convictions overturned at the Court of Appeal here in England. Now that will make full sense when you look, please, and do take a look at the panorama video slightly further down this page and the short video from Newsnight below, if you're not already aware of Rupert Murdoch's former employee Mazher Mahmood and how he was ultimately finally exposed as a liar and manipulator of evidence when British pop star Talisa Konstantavlos's trial collapsed in July 2014. That trial collapsing gave myself and all other fake Sheikh victims hope, especially when the BBC Panorama documentary aired. We realised that what we've been telling people for years, that we believed our drinks had been spiked, that evidence had been fabricated, that we'd been intimidated behind the scenes and other illegal activities had taken place, to make it look like we'd said things we hadn't said, or to make it look like we'd done things we hadn't done and take things out of context. All of that finally was shown from other sources to be true. And as you can see at the website that's below this video, circusofthemind.net, you'll see the link there. There's full information on just how dishonest Mazher Mahmood and his associates were. Now, here's the thing. I have a number of colleagues that I want to help as well. And the way I'm going to help them is this. Once I can raise this money with your help, I'm going to be able to go back to the Court of Appeal, because as yet I've not had an oral hearing and I've not had a full hearing either. The single judge did turn down my application, admittedly, in 2016, but immediately my former lawyers, without speaking to me first, immediately sent my case to the Criminal Cases Review Commission instead of applying for an oral hearing. And that took until the middle of 2018 when the CCRC said that they wouldn't send it to the Court of Appeal because, according to them, I hadn't raised any new evidence. Well, I had, and you'll see that they overlook things when you look at circusofthemind.net. But the important thing is this. Because I've not yet been back to the Court of Appeal, and I've recently received advice for free, very kindly, from a couple of barristers who said there is a route back to the Court of Appeal for me, which is not open to other victims of the fake Sheikh. Other victims such as television actor John Alford, the child star from Grange Hill, who you may know better as being Billy in London's Burning, the ITV soap, whose life was decimated by the lies and deception of Mazher Mahmood. Or people like heavyweight boxer Herbie Hides, who was reduced to crying on television due to the lies and deception of the fake Sheikh. People like Mazher Mahmood, the cricket agent, the Earl of Hardwicke, and a whole bunch of other people as well that you've probably not even heard of. I probably fall into that category as well. But here's the important thing. All the others have been to the Court of Appeal prior to the fake Sheikh being convicted and jailed for conspiracy to pervert the course of justice in the Talisa trial. What this means is this. My case now is stronger than ever to be able to get back to the Court of Appeal. The only thing stopping me being able to do so is having the funds to engage an expert solicitor and barrister to look over the grounds of appeal I put together and then to submit them and get my two convictions overturned in the Court of Appeal. This would help all the other fake Sheikh victims, the other innocent people who were drugged without their knowledge, who were lied about, and all the stuff that you can see on circusofthemind.net done to them. It will help them all, because once my convictions are overturned, given that the modus operandi used the techniques of deception and lies and fabrication and manipulation and intimidation used by Mahmood and his associates are practically identical in my case to that of Talisa, the trial that's collapsed, but also are practically identical in everybody else's cases. Once my conviction is overturned, the 2 counts overturned, then that will give leverage to people like my colleagues and friends and fellow fake Sheikh victims, John Elford the actor, Herbie Hyde the boxer, Mazher Mahmood the cricket agent, the Earl of Ardwick, Stephen Thwaites, and a whole bunch of other people you probably never heard of. But the point is, the vast majority of people that Mazher Mahmood did stories on, as you can see from the Panorama documentary further down this page and the Newsnight interview below this video, were lied about, were intimidated, were manipulated, were framed. Evidence, alleged evidence, was spliced, and all manner of other illegal and dishonest activity took place. As you can see with the information further down this page and on circusofthemind.net, my case is stronger than ever because, you know, the single judge, when he turned me down, it's the CPS in 2016, before, remember this was before Mazher Mahmood was jailed and convicted for conspiracy to pervert the course of justice in the Talisa trial, before his lies and long-term dishonesty was exposed. The single judge turned me down after getting documents from the Crown Prosecution Service who claimed my convictions were safe on the basis, one of the things they said was that the coins that were in my possession for a short period of time, look at circusofthemind.net, all will become clear, that I must have known they were fake and that they were definitely fake. This means that in law they needed to prove that those coins were indeed counterfeit. The coins that were supplied by one of Mahmood's associates is the most likely case, as you'll see at circusofthemind.net. However, thanks to GDPR requests, just before the end of 2018, I managed to get a document from the Royal Mint. They've confirmed they do have records going back to 1998 when this ridiculous story appeared in the News of the World, and going back to 1999, which is when I was convicted of these 2 counts as a result of the fabricated News of the World story by Mazher Mahmood. And they've confirmed there is nothing on file. They have no records. They have records from that time period, but no records connected to my name or that story. In other words, it is impossible for the CPS to have had the coins verified or forensically examined via the Royal Mint, and therefore that, combined with the fact that they did not disclose to me the fact that Mahmood was known to be a witness that was not a witness of truth, his dishonesty was known to the police and CPS, as evidence on circusofthemind.net shows, arguably going back as far as 1997. None of that was disclosed to me or any other fake Sheikh victims. And, well, just take a look at circusofthemind.net. The case is really, really, really strong. I'm confident that my convictions will be overturned, which means that I can get on with my life. The past, since 1998, at times it's been a living nightmare because doors have been closed to me. People have not wanted to work with me or know me because of them believing things that were printed in the News of the World that I most definitely never said and most definitely never did, including many things that I was never ever convicted for. I was never charged for. I was never even cautioned for because the police agreed that I didn't do them. Indeed, the police were very reluctant to charge me for the 2 things they did because of Mahmood's reputation. All of that's explained in depth on circusofthemind.net. So if you feel you can help me, here's the promise I want to make to you, that you won't just be helping me. You'll also be helping every single fake Sheikh victim on the planet, potentially, because once my convictions are overturned, because the modus operandi in all cases was so similar, it means that when my convictions are overturned, that will give leverage and new information, hopefully, to the other victims to be able to use to get their cases potentially back to the Court of Appeal, or at least re-examined by the Criminal Cases Review Commission, if that's the route they have to go. And furthermore, once my conviction's overturned, I've been advised via a civil lawyer that then I will have a very strong case against Rupert Murdoch for damages, for the harm it's done to my career and life over the past over 21 years to date. And here's the thing, I promise now that for every £1 donated here on this Crowd Justice page, should I ever get any damages from Rupert Murdoch, I will donate at least twice the amount of money, as long as I get enough damages, that is, of course. I will donate at least twice the amount of money that's donated to this page to help other fake shape victims or other victims of media and press abuse, lies and deception. This is also stuff that by helping me get these convictions overturned, which then in turn will help other fake shape victims with their cases, it would also give leverage and further strength to the argument that we need the British government to reinstate part 2 of the Leveson inquiry. Please look at the videos further down this page. Please look at circusofthemind.net, and then please dig deep in your pockets and do whatever you can to help all of us fake shape victims, and in a knock-on kind of way, all victims of Rupert Murdoch's lies and deception in his publications around the world. Thank you very much. Bye for now.